I love it.
Hi, everybody. This is Kathryn Keating Kay, and I'm your host for Relax Now Naturally, easy practices that bring you sanity, calm, and less stress in minutes. But today we're going to take a little curve, and we're going to talk about our animal companions because, you know, they feel your stress too. And Adele Leas is here to help us because she is an expert in helping animals just relax. She helps them calm. She helps them heal physically, mentally, spiritually. And she's going to show us a few things on how to do that for our animal companions. And I'm just going to turn it over to Adele and let her introduce this whole JIN SHIN JYUTSU for our animal companions. So Adele, we just introduced all our animals. And what can you tell us about what you do?
Sure. Well, I'll attempt to. So this ancient art of JIN SHIN JYUTSU has been around for thousands of years and translates as the art of the creator through compassionate man of knowing. So I think that's about as beautiful as anything could be. I got into this work about 30 years ago, being very, very ill at the time, and it really turned my life around in all those ways you already mentioned, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. However, I had this miraculous and wonderful and very sick collie dog. And the work helped me so much, it was only natural to want to share it with him. And so, being new to it, I started looking around all over the place for somebody who knew how to do this with the animals. And I didn't find them. I found lots of people who said that theoretically it should be possible. But I couldn't find, I just wanted to take my dog and make him better. And it took me a while to get quiet enough, to get peaceful enough, get centered enough to say, you know what, if there's nobody out there who's going to do it, maybe it's up to me. And the premise of the work is very easy. If you can heal, if you can breathe, you can harmonize. And if you can harmonize, you can heal. So I thought, okay, loaded with that much knowledge, I'm going to get down on the ground and put my hands on my pup. And I did it for, about that long. I wanted results, and some have gone their wound any. And it took me a while to really trust myself enough to get quiet enough to really share with him. And then once I did, the whole body is interconnected. You're never going to do this work wrong unless you are doing something. I say what we're doing is being with this being in this gentle and loving art. And I put my hands on as best I could understand. And he moved under my body.
Oh.
He knew where I should be, and he shifted his weight to a place that was holding what we call safety energy lock, or these building blocks, energetic building blocks of the body. And he knew it. They know it naturally. We know it naturally.
Yeah.
But all those things you're encouraging us to do, to relax naturally, but towards what end? So that we can hear our own inner wisdom. Yeah. So anyway, once I finally started working on him, I decided to do the same flow, half an hour a day, every day for 30 days. And do you know, he came out of a state of chronic chronic illness. And little by little, it's a very cumulative art. And we started building together to bring him out. And you know what happened even more miraculously? As I shared with Amitai, I got more peaceful. I got more centered. And our bond, which was already pretty good, got even deeper.
Wow.
It was, well, JIN SHIN JYUTSU has been a gift in my life in so many ways, but this kind of way to bond with the animals at this profound nonverbal level, which is their way, it was a way into their kingdom.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's been more fun than anything else I've ever thought of to do.
Wow. And you have come such a long way now that you are teaching this art of how to work on animals. And not only our dog friends, but our cat friends and our horses and our goats and everybody.
Yeah, we just finished a class on Sunday night. I'm on staff here in the Panhandle of Florida at a place called Aliqua Animal Refuge. And so we had a big class, and we worked on dogs, cats, horses, donkeys, goats, sheep, cows, pigs. That's pretty much it. And ourselves.
Yeah. Wow, that's wonderful. And tell me, how do the animals react? Like when you're working on...
They're as individualized as we are, you know, in their response. For the most part, I would say the overwhelming response is, wow, I've waited all my life to be touched like this. You know, it's non-invasive. I'm not fixing them. I'm being with them. I'm listening to them. And listening with my hands, yeah. And so then you get all kinds of relaxation responses. I'm sure you've talked about that in other programs. In the dogs you see, or in the animal kingdom, you see lots of yawning, lots of stretch. Gurgles. And then of course we get things that the people think are rude. So they, you know, they ask gas, they all those good dog things. And that's all about letting go.
Yeah.
That letting go is all part of the harmonizing.
So you work a lot with rescue animals now.
I do. It is my passion. Yeah. Because I think lots of times the reason animals don't get adopted is because they're kind of leading with their trauma. You know, if they've been abused or neglected or starved, or even if they've been in a loving home that they suddenly lost, they don't show very well. Someone comes to see them in the refuge and they're like, you know, or they're running up and down the fence and barking, whatever. This work gets down to their essence level. And so they can show who they are.
Wow, that's beautiful. And really anybody can do this.
Anybody can do this if you can breathe. And I would say if you had two hands, but the reality is I've had people do it with one working arm. I've had people do it without hands who have used an elbow or feet. It's with hands. So I don't know, Kathy, I have an idea. My rescue little girl is lying right here. I don't know if she we can give it a try. If not, I'll explain the next part to you from the book.
Okay.
But it would be easier. Let me see if we can do this.
Okay,
who knows?
Great. Here's a little demonstration of JIN SHIN JYUTSU on our animal companion. Look at her.
Oh,
she's ready.
Being pretty wild. Yeah. So thank you, girl. I got her from a rescue about 13 months ago. At the time, she'd lived her whole life on a chain. She was untouchable. I mean, if I put my hand on her that long, she was out of there. Hi, baby. You're okay. So I don't know if you can see this part, but I usually, it's not a rule. It's just a real strong preference. I start by sliding one hand between the front legs, center of the chest bone. The other hand, yeah, thank you, baby girl. The other hand I put on the center of the shoulder blades. So it's sort of like a chest sandwich. I'm sandwiching, very gentle, no pressure. I'm just being with the being. So I'm centering here at the level of the lungs, the level of the heart. From a JIN SHIN JYUTSU perspective, that talks about balancing of spirit and feelings, and it helps respiration. So we often start here because, like I said earlier, it has to do with that if you can breathe, you can harmonize, and if you can harmonize, you can heal. And sometimes just this in itself can be a treatment. You hang out here for about 20 minutes and you feel them open up and calm and trust you more. So when I got her, she had very strong heartworm, and we did this a lot. It really helped her come through that treatment, and she's even lost most of her heartworm cough now.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Look at how relaxed she is.
Yeah, she's kind of spoiled girl now. So from there, there's 170,000 functions in the body. So you're not just limited to this. And the reality is that as the animals learn to accept this, they'll tell you often what they need. They'll show you with their bodies, you know, or the behaviors. Thank you. You were a really good girl.
Oh, thank you, girl. Wow.
Yeah, who knew? I didn't know we'd get to have a demo.
And she got a treat too.
And she got a little mini treatment. Yeah. Wow. So anyway, what we're doing there, so I wrote a little book on this a while back, and in here, that page, I don't know if it shows, we call this the initial centering flow. And it's just what we just showed. It is my number one place to go to relax them naturally, efficiently, quickly. And here is same thing for horses. And then just a little plot synopsis. It says up here, these are some of the things that are helped with this one simple hand position. It balances the exhale and the inhale, the giving and the receiving. It establishes a connection. It starts a dialogue with the animal. And then on a physical level, it helps with asthma, coughing, bronchitis, allergies, sinus, fertility issues, pregnancy, allowing spirit to enter the body, which at one level is what pregnancy is. Mm-hmm. Abused animals, it allows spirit to come back into the body or to show, you know.
Yeah.
It allows it going beyond inner and outer limitations, learning new routines and new situations, and letting go of abuse and neglect. So it's kind of a one-stop shopping center. You know?
That's a big one. Yeah, that covers a lot. And like you said, not only physically, but emotionally for your animal too. And just to open up and learn to love again, and that they're safe and secure.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. And you said something very interesting in the beginning, is that you had to learn how to become calm and at peace within yourself. And that JIN SHIN JYUTSU.
You rushed in.
Yeah. So when you're approaching an animal, say at a shelter, I mean, you're not going to just barge in there and put your hands on them. what is the process that you might go through just mentally for yourself to make this partnership?
So what I do usually, and so I am part of a program where we take rescue animals into a medium security prison, and I teach the men to work on themselves, and then the men work on the dogs, and they teach basic obedience. And so I needed to find a way fairly efficiently that I could count on opening these guys up and getting them centered. Prison doesn't always allow for that very much. And I've found I love it. I use it in all parts of my life. I use it before I do hands-on with an animal. Basically, we talk about using our hands, our fingers, to harmonize the attitudes in JIN SHIN JYUTSU. This work was brought to the West by a woman named Mary Burmeister, and she tells us that 36 conscious breaths a day bring us into harmony. So I spent a couple of years trying to sit there down to 36, and I realized it's pretty hard to stay centered. So I found a way to cheat. So I like to, I put my hands in the same place I do on the dog, center the breastbone, and then I go through holding each finger for a series of 3 breaths, and then I put palms together for 6 breaths. So 36. I encourage people to do that. We do that in the prison every day before we put hands on the dogs.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. And it is so easy, isn't it? And it just takes minutes. And it's so profound, on all levels of our being, and then translating that to our animal companions.
And then them translating that piece back to us at a deeper level.
Yes. Yeah. Wow, that's really beautiful. I'm so happy you joined us today, Adele. Oh, I can't wait. I want to take another class right away. You're so inspiring.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. And thank you for this work, Kathy. You're doing wonderful, wonderful work out there. We need you.
Oh, thank you so much. And viewers, get in touch with Adele. She's at, what's the website again? Tell them your website.
Sure. So it is right here, this JSJ for your animal.com.
Okay.
And
I'll put that under this video.
Okay,
and,
yeah, because it's hard to spell the darn long name, but we're out there. I'm on my website. There's a lot more info and how-to and class listings and all that good stuff.
It's beautiful. And Adele's free gift is under here. And just let us know how much you loved her. And Adele, let's get more hands on those animals and just help them shine in love.
And hey, anybody out there, you need a dog, you let me know. We can find you somebody.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.